SPY moving up here again. This was a SPY super system breakout right here. We're coming right off of the 15, like right here on a compression break. Again, don't know how far it's going to go. We got an algo line here at about 545. About 545. Oops. Got an algo line in SPY about 545, and I took some SPY calls. I'm also in TMC with some shares. It's pulling back here. Again, a catalyst on that. We'll see if it keeps going or not. And I'm in gold long, which is just kind of moving sideways. I did have Churchill down short. That worked nicely today. I had Netflix long this morning. That worked beautifully. I closed my Bristol Myers this morning for a nice profit on that time spread. Some folks didn't get filled on that yet, although it's still trading. There's a trading right now. It's still trading at 48.27, so I think it's just a matter of time before you get filled. There'll be time decay coming off of this week's calls that you're short. TMC pull back a little bit. Back to about 320, right back to the VWAP on TMC. Right to the VWAP here. SPY still showing some strength. Gary, what do I think about the Gilead time spread? I'll take a look at it in a minute. I can't look at it right this second. I got too many things going on. Time spreads are not real time sensitive, so no rush to get into them. Again, SPY pulling back a little bit here now. Q's doing about the same. IWM a little bit stronger. TMC still pulling back. Bristol Myers trading at 46 cents right now. All right, that Gilead time spread looks decent here to me. Expecting about a 6% move. Uh, difference in implied volatilities is plenty. A pretty big difference in implied volatilities, about 50%, which is good. And it beats 20% of the time, which is right on the line. Right on the line. So I think that's a pretty decent one on Gilead. By pulling back now, right back toward the 15. A lot of implied volatility differences are really large in the charts in stocks they've got earnings tonight or tomorrow morning. Really, some pretty big spreads in the difference in the implied volatility. CLS has a big one. CL has a pretty big one. SPY pulling back, pretty close to the 15. Market getting a little flat here now. SPY just kind of pulling slowly back. I've stolen some SPY calls as they broke out here, but it's pulled right back to the 15. Q's doing the same thing. Q's pulling back actually a little bit harder. And IWM now starting to also pull back a little bit. IWM up about 1% today. Q's up about 1.8, and SPY up about 1.2. Gold pulled back just a bit, trading at about 442 right now. Bristol Myers still trading around 45 cents. If you haven't got out of it yet, you might want to change it to 47 to 45 and take the profits. Oh, you're able to get out at 47, Ari, about 30 minutes ago? Okay, good. Glad to hear that. Hopefully everybody is out of there now. I mean, listen, the spread was crazy this morning, and it was kind of the luck of the drawers whether you get out. I got filled pretty early, but I know some people were struggling with it. But everybody should be out of there now, at least between 45 and 47 cents. Pretty good trade, pretty nice profit. That's, you know, over 30% on that Bristol Myers. SPY still pulling back here now, coming back below the 15 and moving down toward the VWAP. Momentum's gone to yellow, so I've got to take my SPY calls off. Very choppy, tough trading conditions here when you get this kind of chop. We had a nice move here this morning, but this little pullback is moving things down. Everything's moving back right now. As far as the SPY, the Qs, the IWM, T2104 still holding up pretty good, pretty flat right now actually as the market pulls back a little bit. TMC coming back up again. And this is a Momo trade. Got a little bit of momentum into this thing. I am some long shares here. Also long gold, which is starting to bounce a little bit. And I haven't got out of my SPY calls yet. I'm still holding on to them. See if we get a bounce in the market here. SPY still fighting that 15 EMA. Again, I'm still in my calls. Down money, but still in my calls. Still in gold. Gold now at 462. Slightly profitable, just slightly. TMC trading at 331. I get in at 342, so I'm down 11 cents on those. That's about it. I had a really good move in Netflix this morning. I had a nice trade in the Churchill Downs this morning as well. And Bristol Myers was a good time spread. Took that one off this morning. I actually get in at 30 on that one. I get out at 47, so that was pretty good. But I'm putting it in this 35 out of 47. I'm recording it as a 12 cent profit, which is about 30%, 33%. Pepsi puts, Joe, 25%, nice job. Pepsi trimming at 30%. Yeah, Pepsi was a nice short, very nice short. Churchill Downs pretty much moving sideways now. SPY coming back up now. Morning, all the YouTubers in here to us. Good morning, WMB. Pepsi obviously very weak. Would you consider it to be overextended? Well, the move on Pepsi is off of earnings this morning. Earnings were pretty bad, so it's extended. It's extended if you look at the 8 exponential moving average, but it still looks short to me. It still looks like a short setup on Pepsi. Trying to find support on this thing right now. Pretty hard. You have to go back quite a ways. Let me see if I can find some support on it. There is some support on Pepsi right around where it is right now. You have to go back a good long way though. I would put the support on Pepsi at 135.50. 135.50 is where I see support on Pepsi. Very weak. SPY just kind of moving right along the 15 here. Again, I'm short. I've got SPY calls. I got shares in TWC. Whoops. TMC, sorry. The metals company. Just chopping all over the place here. Again, a momentum stock with some catalyst on it. Crowd good on the daily. 5 minutes HA reversal. Yeah, crowd, it's been pretty strong lately. It's trying to break out. It's breaking out above a horizontal resistance level at 404.17. The crowd looks good. Yeah, the crowd looks nice. Still yellow here. But if you see the momentum, even though it's yellow here, that's because it's sloping down slightly and it's below 80. But look where it is, 78.5. To be honest with you, that's not too bad. This one here is a little bit more of a concern. So I wouldn't take it because of that, but the setup looks nice to me, especially here on the day chart. I think for a day trade, you could probably take it. I think what you should be doing is day trades anyway. I don't think that you really want to be swinging something like crowd, even though it is breaking out here today. TMC pulled back again to 314. Pat's Nation. You're in target puts that expire tomorrow. Seems to have re-entered the compression. Target shorts expiring tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it has a big red candle yesterday. This is really the problem on here is the time then. It's still a short setup, but it's up a little bit today, 2%. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to decide what to do with something like that with expiration tomorrow. I don't know where you get into it, but this is a crapshoot right now as far as target. Will it go back down again? It's sitting just above the 8 and just below the 15 right now, so it's right at the resistance level to the upside. But you've only got 1 day to go, so I don't know what to tell you on that one, Pats. All right, so you got any questions here? Joe, you took Pepsi. You get filled at $1.40, very widespread. 3 bars later, at $1.70, pretty nice. I would take it too. That's very nice. Please advise. What is the support on Pepsi, Sergio? Yeah, the closest support I could find. It's a long way. Quite a long time ago with the support come into play. It was back in 2021, but it's about 135.50. 135.50 is the closest support I can find. Joe, call small size, 35 cents. I know it's like nitpicking a lot of these trades right now. I had a good one in Netflix this morning, and Churchill Downs was a pretty good one as well. I'm still holding on to SPY, which is not doing much of anything. And I'm in gold right here, and I'm also in the metals company, TMC, with the shares. You only went back 2 years, Sergio? Yeah, you had to go back to 2021 on Pepsi to find a support. And there's quite a few levels right around there. Again, it's not a hard, it's really not a hard support. It's kind of, it's somewhere between 135.50 and 133.50, something like that. There's several different areas of high volume support through there. Just and I'd like to give you an idea. Metals company moving back up again. SPY. Tiny candles sliding sideways. Triple Qs, same thing. IWM, a little bit stronger, but right now it's not as strong on the day, though. It's not up as much. Again, I'm still in the gold here, not doing too much of anything. Everybody should be out of Bristol Myers now for a nice profit. EMPH, again, we got till tomorrow. It's not doing anything. This thing is just moving, it's compressing, and I hate these kind of price actions on time spreads. Not time spreads, on the straddles. That's my target on TMC. Ryan, I'm basically, I haven't really got one right now. You know, this is this could move a lot, because this is a news move on TMC. But the next resistance I've got is around 397. I'm gonna watch the price action for a while. Still got good volume coming into it. Trading up at 352 right now, so I'm up money on the trade. So again, I don't have a target. The high on it today is 375. It's trading at 360 right now. SPY just moving sideways. There's the metals company right there. I watch TMC. I'll see what it does here as it gets as it approaches the high of the day, 375. Still a lot of volume coming into this thing on the 5-minute charts. I'll likely peel some of it off at around 372 as it approaches the high, and then watch the rest if it gets there. SPY still coming off of the 15. It hasn't really gone far though. I'm still in the calls. Maryland, ENPH not really moving. Am I holding? Yeah, I'm holding. I'm holding ENPH. You know, it's a straddle. I mean, I'm gonna hold this thing. If I have to hold it overnight, I'm gonna hold it overnight through tomorrow because I just need a move in this one way or the other. You know, we're in the money on the long side just by a little bit, but we're underwater on the trade, and I'm going to give it some time. I'm not going to bail on it when I get expiration on tomorrow. It's still got a good ATR. This thing has still got an ATR of around 4, so I don't know when if the move's going to take place or not, but I'm going to stick with it. Joe, you just played the train of the spread on Pepsi, in at 149, out at 169. FI was a nice short. Yeah, we looked at that one. Pfizer was a nice short this morning, Joe. Very nice. About 10 minutes to 12. Market pretty flat here. I mean, since about 11 o'clock, it's really flattened out. NVIDIA kind of wedged right in between the 8 and the 15 on the daily right now. Tesla pretty much in no man's land on the daily chart. Got a little bit of room to 262.49 on Tesla to the upside, but coming off the 15 here this morning, up just a bit. Netflix put an all-time high today, still going. Again, I took that one already. It's a doji sandwich. I mentioned that this morning when I took it. It's a doji sandwich. This is a doji sandwich setup when you get a big candle like this, which is actually green. It's blue on my chart here because it's breaking compression, but here's your big green, here's your doji sandwich. This candle here is likely to be about the same size as this candle here I'm out of it already, but that's a doji sandwich setup. That was a beautiful long. And again, I took that this morning with some calls. They were very expensive. I didn't post them. They were about $1,800 a contract. So, but I took those and I get out for $3 profit for contract. SPY starting to pop a little bit. Metals company, again, I'm long shares in this. It's still trying to bounce here a little bit. SPY again, high of the day on the SPY today. 543.90, about 544 roughly. Gets there again, I'll take profits in my calls. Again, we have an algo line coming up here at around 545. So it went pretty close to that on the high of the day. Mosaic at 29, is it a buy? Yeah, I mean, it's got room to $30.53. So about buck 50 to the upside. It's definitely a buy. It's in a void here. You just got to be careful with any swing trades right now. But yeah, I like Mosaic here, Sergio. I like Mosaic. Metals company just back and forth, back and forth. Hasn't really pushed through hard yet. Again, I have shares on this one. I'm still on the SPY. And I'm still in gold. SPY right to the 15. Trying to bounce. Metals company all over the place here. And GLD trying to move up a little bit. He's been pestering me all morning. Yes, many times. It's humid out there, Ruthie.
Yeah, come for a picture. One of my good hoses. I know, dirt all over me. One of my good hoses.
Yeah.
Sprung a bunch of.
Oh, great. They don't last that long.
Especially if you leave them outside.
Yeah, they don't last that long. I mean, especially when you get freezing weather in the winter
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So, fucking around trying to find a hose. I wanted to hose the side of the house between our house and Brandon and Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
And the hose got like pretty big. And then I got another hose, but the female-male ratio was not decent.
Why are they different?
I don't know. You know, it just. Seems like the hose I got, they got hose every day a little bit.
WMB, when would I consider taking, whoops, when would I, WMB, when would I consider taking profits for Groupon? Well, it's pretty close to a resistance level right now at 1956. If it gets into that gap between 1956, and it depends on if you've got stock, or if I had stock, I'd be see it for it to close inside this gap. It's gone into this gap 3 times now, and it's not really a gap, it's a void, and hasn't closed above it. If it closes above this 1956, then I would hold it and see if that'll hold. If it hangs around here today, I'd probably take profits pretty soon. And I don't know, again, I don't know if you have options, I don't know if you have stock, but with options it's a different story. You have to, depends on when it expires. SPY still just moving sideways here. All right, when I do a time spread, how do I figure out what a reasonable exit price is? You can just, all you can do is take a percentage. Typically a time spread, 25 to 40% is a decent profit on a time spread. You know, we got on the Bristol Myers, we got about 33% on that one. That's about right in the range. You know, you're limited by the fact that you're really just harvesting the volatility in there and a little bit of time decay. So there's a, you're not going to get like, typically you're not going to get like 100% on a time spread like you can on a straddle. Gold moving up here. It's got resistance at about 310. 310. That would be the pretty much the gap fill. So I'll just watch it here and set a profit target pretty soon. Again, I'm not planning on holding this thing for a very long time. I'm going to set a 540 sell order on it. $540 on gold. SPY just not doing much of anything here. Don't like this compression in the SPY. This chews up the time decay here. It's a long time for this thing to just moving sideways. Gold now at about 495. Again, you can use your judgment on these and take profits when you feel like you want to. You don't have to wait for the target I've got. We might not even get there. Who knows? But it is moving up a little bit right now. We're 490 by 510 right now on GLD. So it needs to get up to about close to 308 for us to get our profits. The XCM for straddle, Ari? Yeah, I mean that looks decent. That looks decent for straddle. The candles have been kind of small here lately, so the ATR has been coming down from about $4 to about $3. So the ATR has been dropping. So that would be a little bit of a concern to me, that that it's not trading in as wide a range as it usually does. But the price is decent. $1.40 for a 330 is pretty good. Again, just watching gold here. 490 by 510 right now in GLD. Got a 540 on gold, but if it starts to fade, I'm going to probably take it off. Again, this is just quick trading. This is swing trading is very, very difficult right now. SPY trying to bounce a little. Gold a little pullback now. SPY with a little move to the upside. I'm watching SPY to see if we get through the high of the day. If we do there, I'll be pretty cautious to take profits. It's running right up into an algo line. Very close to it. High of the day, 543.90. Went through the high of the day right here. Okay, I'm watching the SPY here. Any hesitation now in the SPY, I'll take profits. I'm up money on the trade right now, so I'm going to probably take it off. Okay, so I took profits in SPY. It's very close. My daily chart right here, just to explain the technicals. My daily chart right here, you see that algo line right there, that yellow line that's coming down? That's the next resistance level. Then we get this 550.50 up here, which is the next big one, but it went right through this one here this morning. But as it gets close to there, you notice it's right up just about at yesterday's high. I took profits. That's enough for me. I'm happy to be out with money, with a profitable trade after this chopping around for so long. It was a long time to stay in the SPY super system trade. What am I looking for a target on gold? 540. 540 is what I got it set at. I may have to take it off before then. It just depends. It's pulled back a little bit here now. Put in a red candle. But still, it's in the gap, so. We needed to get to it. For us to get our price out of this, we needed to move up to it close to 308 on gold. Again, I'm out of the SPY super system trade. I took profits on that. There's gold pulling back. It's the metals company right here, trying to bounce again. Larry, you took the DXM70 straddle for $1.56. Okay, that's pretty good. See what it does. Again, like I said, I prefer to have the the ATR rising from on the daily, but you know, it's falling a little bit here, but still, this could easily move that much. It's a medical device, so who knows? TMC moving up. Get a bump up here at TMC up into the 370s. I'll probably peel off some profits on it. Again, I'm out of the SPY for a profit. Happy to be out of the SPY on a profit. I'm still in gold and still in the metals company. Took profits this morning in Bristol Myers. That was a nice one. And Netflix, that was a nice one. Bristol Myers was a time spread overnight. And then Netflix, I had some calls that I also had. I shorted Churchill Downs today off of a post by Scott in our room. Yeah, Ari, the best way to learn is by finding and entering the trade. Yeah, for that, really, I mean, that's how I always did it when I was doing any strategies. I always do it when I'm looking at new strategies. I take them live. You know, I don't like to do paper trades because it feels it different. So when I'm trying to test something out, I do it live. I just use smaller size. Spot propping out of compression. Spotify, yeah, it's right at yesterday's high right now. Just a little bit below it, but close on Spotify. Expensive stock, very, very choppy daily chart. Yeah, it's humid out. Alfie's been out about 4 times this morning. WMB just trying to learn the mindset on Group 1. You know, swing trading right now is I would recommend against it for the most part right now. There's too much news. The market's moving on news. That's it. News is what's driving the market. So things can look really good, like Amazon looked like a good short, and get that Trump coming out and talking about basically softening his tone on tariffs, and you know, that's all it takes. It's not even news, it's just a comment, and the market reacts to it violently right now because tariffs are such a big deal. American Airlines, they pulled their guidance for the rest of the year because they don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. As long as all this uncertainty is in place, it's going to have a big impact on corporations as how they look at things going forward. When they don't know what's going to happen, they pull guidance or they reduce guidance, but they also cut back on their capital expenditures. They'll pull back on investments in new property and stuff like that till they have some idea of what's going to happen with tariffs. Because I mean, it's a big deal for these companies. We're talking about large increases in costs if tariffs go into effect, which means it's going to impact their sales dramatically. GLD with a little pull down, now fucking trying to bounce back again. Again, I'm out of the SPY calls. Went up a little bit more, but I'm happy with that. I had to wait almost an hour to take profits in that thing. I get into it here, and I had to wait all this time to get out. pulling back again. Up and down we go. It's just very, very choppy here. All right, coming up on 12:30, I'm going to get ready to get lunch here in just a minute. Again, I'm out of my SPY calls. Took profits in SPY. Took profits in Bristol Myers today on a time spread. That worked pretty good. I'll be looking for another time spread tonight. Probably be looking for another straddle. This straddle's not working on ENPH yet, but be interested to see. Again, there's a SPY with another big move up, or not big move up, but a move up here. I'm still in the metals company. I took profits in Churchill Downs this morning, short. Notice it's that went right to a support level, now going flat. Trump says there was a meeting with China this morning. So we'll have blurbs coming out here now for a bit. It just depends. Again, the market is news driven. You can't. It's a minefield out there right now. TMC here, still kind of plopping around. I'm going to try to grab some profits off of this in just a bit, so I can take some lunch. Gold pulling back down a little bit here now. Again, I'm out of my SPY calls. Took profits in Bristol Myers this morning. Took profits in Netflix this morning. For a long, that was a good one. It kept on going. I could have got more out of it, but very expensive. It's $1,800 for calls on that when I took them. I get out at 2,100. But Bristol Myers was a nice trade. So made some decent money today on this so far. Still in gold, still in the metals company. All right, I'm going to stop and get something to eat. Thank everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks to YouTube. I'll have to shut down the YouTube feed now as I get ready to go to lunch. But thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. And look forward to seeing everybody here again on Friday. We'll be back again around 11 tomorrow. All right. Have a great afternoon.